Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on PCLN NVDA TSLA NFLX CMG, we have bearish news after hours with a missile over Japan airspace. We saw the bulls buy a bit of the dip. So it's settling down, not a complete disaster, not a big dump at this point. We are seeing some weakness and we will likely see a setback into the open tomorrow. The question will be, once the bell rings, what does the volume do? As right now, there's not a lot of volume after hours. So PCLN confirmed the bear flag on the daily time frame for the second time in a row in August, rejecting from exponential resistance, breaking the low of the pullback of 1787, and we're looking down at the low of the last 3 months of 1781. On the weekly time frame after 1781, we're looking down at... There's a little gap at 1772.85, and then we're looking down at 1738. So the bears are in complete control of PCLN at this point. Nice timing for this bearish news for those bears to see continuation to the downside and a break of this weekly higher low pattern. So 1781 is the level to watch tomorrow, and we'll see if the bulls are able to hold that up. NVDA tightening equilibrium pattern continues. High, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low. Current range is 162.33 support, and resistance is 167.28. So the bulls have to break that level to break bullish from this pattern, but with the setback from this bearish after hours news, let's see where we're at right now. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, NVDA has a bid of 163.13. So certainly still well above the low of today. So it's a setback, it's not a dump. Weekly time frame for NVDA is very strong, holding exponential support. Bulls still in full control. It would require a break of 152.78 to see bearish follow through and a change in the trend on the weekly time frame, which currently isn't a risk because the bulls have so much strength. It would require a break on that equilibrium daily pattern before we even start to consider a bearish break on the weekly time frame. Tesla, really nice dip buying opportunity today with an oversold dump on the hourly and the 5-minute time frame first thing. Bulls showed up and formed a higher low of support. This 100-day moving average support has held 6 tests, so keep an eye on that level. If it's lost, it is certainly bearish. But we have our higher low now at 339.72, and resistance is 356.66. So we have our low of consolidation, high, higher low, lower high, higher low, tightening range similar to NVDA, and the weekly time frame with that middle Bollinger Band support is showing that. Inside bar forming this week. If we close below the middle Bollinger Band, it will be notable after how many times we have held it. But an equilibrium tightening pattern continues to form here as well. You can see it on the weekly from high, low, lower, high, higher, low. And watching that middle Bollinger Band support closely. Netflix with the bulls attempting to turn things around, but we continue to reject from these exponential daily resistances, which tells me that we cannot be too bullish on Netflix without turning that level into support. So we backtested and rejected from them yet again. We're looking at resistance of 171.24. It's an inside bar today. And we'll be watching for a break of this inside bar tomorrow. And if we see a break of the low of this consolidation to this point down at 164.23, there's a gap to fill here at 163.55. The weekly time frame is seeing 5 weeks of consolidation. We're looking for the bulls to show up and establish a higher low in the near future, but there is no sign of that occurring just yet, and there won't be until we get over this daily exponential resistance. CMG bulls, nice follow through, finally closing over the 8-period daily exponential resistance for the first time in 3 months. We are watching an hourly higher low pattern that is intact. We've got resistance of 314.27, followed by 317.95. And in terms of support, the bulls just want to maintain these higher lows on the daily time frame. So far, so good, but certainly can't get too comfortable as a bull, as we know the overall trend is very clearly bearish. We have a bullish reversal hammer trying to be confirmed on the weekly time frame, and the exponential weekly resistance will be up in the 319s if we can make it to that level this week with some continuation. So we'll check back in tomorrow and see what kind of bearish reaction we get once the bell rings and the real volume shows up. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.